Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the SATS Show, your beginner-friendly guide to saving in Bitcoin. What up, Garrett? Round of applause from the live studio audience for Garrett. Dude. Garrett had a great weekend. That was like the best start to the whole weekend. I took yesterday off work as well, so it's been a crazy 4-day weekend for me. It's been awesome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. Today's show is going to be a little bit short and sweet. We get on here, we talk about Bitcoin for a couple of minutes, and we buy Bitcoin, okay? If you're new to Bitcoin and you're not sure what's going on and you have any questions, feel free to ask during the chat. If you're watching the replay, feel free to leave a question in the comments and I will answer it for you the following day. What up, J-Dub? J-Dub in the house. Round of applause from the live studio audience for J-Dub. Yeah, guys, super easy. So I'm just trying to make it available for you guys to ask for help if you're interested in learning about Bitcoin, okay? Most of you guys in here already know, but if you have any questions, hit me up on our Discord server. You can find our Discord server by going to, let's see, Discord. There it is. stacksatshow.com/Discord. There it is. Okay. I've been watching other streams and there seems to be some questions about moving your coins off of exchanges. So I want to talk about that a little bit during the Why We Stack segment. And then we're also going to talk about, are we too late to buying Bitcoin? Okay. So that's what's coming up during the main portion of the show. But for now, let's get into the first segment of the show that we like to call Set Strength. All right, today, the price of Bitcoin is amazing, $52,000. $52,000, $52,080. Crazy. What up? Round of applause from the live studio audience for Judge. What up, Eric? Welcome. So $52,080 is the price right now. We are, unfortunately, below 2,000 Satoshis for a single dollar. We can buy today, at the current price of Bitcoin, 1,920 Satoshis for a single US dollar. What does that mean? What is a Satoshi? A Satoshi is a fraction of a Bitcoin. Just like a dollar has 100 cents, a Bitcoin has 100 million Satoshis. So if you can accumulate 100 million Satoshis, you in essence have a whole Bitcoin, okay? Don't let the price of Bitcoin scare you. Don't look at it and think, oh man, there's no way I'll be able to afford a whole Bitcoin. You don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin all at once. You can buy Satoshis, fractions of a Bitcoin. And again, right now, Satoshis are cheap. You get 1,920 Satoshis for a dollar, okay? To further belabor the point, let's say you're walking down the street minding your own business, you look down, you see a penny, you pick it up, and all the day you'll have 19 Satoshis. And good luck, I guess, if you spend it in Satoshis. So, today you can buy 19 sats for a single penny. When Bitcoin hits $1 million, you'll be able to get one Satoshi for 1 penny. We'll have penny Satoshi parity. Okay. So yeah, that's what we cover during this Set Strength segment, right? Only thing else left to do is jump into the next segment that we like to call Why We Stack. It's just me talking over some inspirational music to get you motivated. Are you too late to buying Bitcoin? Okay, absolutely not. You're not too late. What people don't seem to understand and need help kind of understanding is that Bitcoin is, for the first time in history, is an asset that has true scarcity. Okay, what the heck is true scarcity? What are you talking about? I'm talking about the cap, the limit, the 21 million Bitcoin limit means that no matter how expensive it gets, more of it cannot be created. Even if you want to, even if the people that, nobody really controls Bitcoin, right? So nobody can go and make more of it to make more Bitcoin too, so they can profit from it, right? You can make more of everything else, okay? You can make more dollars, right? They just print them up and make more of them. And when they do that, they dilute the purchasing power of each dollar, okay? Well, you can make more real estate, right? You could build more homes, you could build more condos, you could build more stuff, right? Real estate, like actual land, you might have a hard cap, like a shorefront property, right? Beachfront property. There's a hard limit there, unless there's some kind of volcano and it creates a new landmass. Then you have some new land, but that's pretty rare, right? So that's pretty scarce. But actual living units, you can make more of, right? Because you can start building stories on top of your existing building, right? So you can still increase the square footage, right? As the price of real estate goes up, you can still make more of it, right? You can dilute the stocks. You can issue more shares of a stock to create more stocks, right? Yes, when they do that, they will give you the equivalent amount of shares for the value you've been holding, but still, they can still make more of it, right? There's always going to be more companies failing and getting started. There's always going to be more silver, right? Because if the price of silver goes up to a certain point, then it becomes profitable to mine silver, right? Same thing with gold. Even though gold is supposed to be like the hardest money, it too has an inflation rate of about 2% year over year, because as the price of gold goes up, it becomes profitable to invest in equipment and new ways to mine gold, right? So as the price of gold goes up, more gold is created to meet the supply, and then the price will kind of balance out a little bit, right? With Bitcoin, there is no making more of it. So it doesn't matter what the price gets to. You'll always have to basically raise the price to get a stack. What up? Leonard in the house. Round of applause from the live studio audience. Also for Ludoping. Got it. Ludoping in the house. What up, dude? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in today. Yeah, so no matter what happens, you can't make more Bitcoin. So the demand is capped. And what are the two things that affect the price of something is the demand and the amount, the quantity, right? So since the quantity is pegged, you can't increase the supply of Bitcoin. As more and more people become aware of the qualities of Bitcoin and how it shields you from inflation, more people are going to want to move their wealth into there, right? Because it just makes sense. If you have $100 million worth of value somewhere, whether it's individually or even $1 million as an individual or as a company that's holding that in cash, right? It makes more sense for you as a company or an individual or an institution to hold that value in Bitcoin because it's going up in value relative to the dollar. And if you keep it in dollars, you're basically going to be losing purchasing power over time. In essence, you're basically working for nothing, right? The government's stealing some of that prosperity you created by devaluing the dollar. Yep. No worries, Garrett. Take your call. I'll see you in a bit. But yeah, that's the basics of it, guys. And when we go back to answer the original question, are you too late to Bitcoin? You're not. You're actually early right now. If you're starting to stack a little bit at a time, start stacking SATs, and you're basically every single Satoshi. At this point, it might seem like every single SAT doesn't count, but it does count, right? Because eventually down the road in the year, was it 2136, when the mining Coinbase reward for finding a block is going to be 1 Satoshi, right? How much is that 1 Satoshi going to be worth in the year 36, right? So every Satoshi you can buy now counts. Every Satoshi you can purchase and move into your wallet that you have the keys for in your custody, it's gonna matter. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. So no, you're not too late. Start stacking as soon as you can and as hard as you can. Okay? Put on those laser eyes and focus on stacking SATs as much as possible, and filter all of your decisions, all your purchases with the opportunity cost of what Bitcoin could do for you. Okay? So when you're on there on Amazon browsing, looking for stuff you don't need to buy, ask yourself, would the money I'm going to spend on this thing serve me better if I bought SATs? If I bought a little stack, it could even be a $10 thing, a $20 thing, right? That you're going to buy and maybe use once or twice and then throw away or forget about it and just taking up space in your house. Well, you could have taken that $20 found a different way to do the same task, or just don't even do that thing that you're trying to get that thing for, and you're $20 up on getting some more SATS, right? And in I don't know if you started stacking with us since the beginning of the show back in, was it May 2024? Sorry, May 2023. That $20 that you didn't spend on something random on Amazon is probably worth $40 now, right? And you start to see the concept, and you start to understand that the more you save in Satoshis, the more you save in Bitcoin, the cheaper your life will get, right? I mean, we've gone through all the numbers. I can show you a bunch of numbers, but there's nothing like doing it yourself and seeing it for yourself. That I started to put this little money aside, and next thing you know, it's significantly worth something, right? It's more significant than I thought, right? When we started doing this show, let's do the stack recap and kind of continue the conversation from there, right? Because it makes sense to look at our stack while we're talking about this. So let's get into the next segment, which we like to call Stack Recap. Okay, so we've been saving in Bitcoin since May 2023. Here's all of our purchases for the show. This is episode like 100 and something, 160 maybe? Let's see. My note-taking software is off. That's weird. All right. Well, let's keep it going. So we started back in May 22nd, 2023. We're doing $5 a day, Monday through Friday. And we just kept it going. We increased it eventually to $10 a day and then $20 a day. So these are all our different buys. Okay. And since then, we're up almost 50%, right? So we spent $4,000 or $4,800 to accumulate 13 million Satoshis, or 0.13 Bitcoin. And that same amount of Bitcoin, if we were to buy it today with dollars from today's time, which are devalued, which are worth less than before, just like 8 months ago, we'd have to spend $7,200 to buy the same amount of Satoshis, right? The same amount of Bitcoin. So if these numbers, these numbers are not, for some people, these numbers are pretty big. For some people, these are no big deal, right? But if these numbers are too big for you and you kind of like thinking like, well, I'm already too late. I didn't start last year. Well, we started all over for this year too, right? And we started with $20 buys, okay? And on days when Bitcoin was below our average buy price for 2024, the lowest price, we bought $80 worth. And on days when it was below our average buy price, then we'd buy $40 worth. But most of the time, we're buying $20 worth. But since the beginning of the year, we're up about 17.5%, right? And what other asset is going to give you those kind of gains, especially now, right? And this is, again, I'm not paying any management fees. I'm not paying any rebalancing fees. And I have absolute control over that money, right? So that is something that you can't put a price on, right? If you're saving like a 401k or whatever through work, yeah, you're putting money into that, but it could be like you can't withdraw it whenever you want, right? It's subject to like different taxes and different penalties if you withdraw early from your retirement, right? So it's in essence captured money, right? Yeah, it's captured there. It's your savings. The number of units is not going down. Well, it kind of is going down because they're charging you fees to maintain it, right? But you're also not gaining. It's just sitting there. It's just dead money sitting there that's losing value over time, right? So saving in Bitcoin, you're increasing the purchasing power of your holding, and you have absolute control over it, and you can withdraw it whenever you need it if you need to, right? I would recommend that you hold on to it forever, and maybe in the future take loans against it. Okay, shout out, round of applause. Welcome to the show, Sort McLovin. Chew. And I see BTC Moonguy in the house. What up, BTC Moonguy? Okay, Lotta Ping says, I found some old SAA coins in my wallet yesterday. Ooh, managed to swap them. Someone got themselves some collector's token. Nice. That's funny. Yeah, I sold all of my poop coins a while back and never looked back. It's just it's just a different way for people to try to take your Bitcoin or get your Bitcoin. That's crazy. That's old school. Yeah, but yeah. So in the end, was it worth it? That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, well, we don't poop coin in here anymore. I mean, ever actually in this show we've never poop coined. We don't poop coin at all. So yeah, exactly. When you do start messing with that was my big issue with sending people to Coinbase. I felt like, okay, if I send somebody to Coinbase to go buy Bitcoin, they're gonna get like all these weird promotions for like learning about these other coins, and they're gonna go with that like what is it called for that price bias, where like they say, oh, I'll get more of this random coin if I pay $1 than if I get 0.0001 Bitcoin, right? So yeah, that's where we're messing with Swan now. All projects are made to no. All those projects, what they do is they confuse people, detract from Bitcoin, and basically cause black eyes for what ends up getting associated and affiliated to Bitcoin, right? Because the people in the media are too dumb to understand that there's Bitcoin and there's everything else, right? So whenever someone that's doing something weird, like freaking Sam Bankman-Fried, right, or these shit coins, what ends up happening in the news is they show it up as it's a crypto scam or a Bitcoin scam, and they show the Bitcoin logo and the Bitcoin coin when it has nothing to do with Bitcoin itself, right? That's why we don't mess with any kind of that stuff. I don't think we can tell you what I'm saying over chat. Oh, I see. I don't care about what the other projects are developing for the ecosystem or eventually BTC. Second layer BTC is up next. Yeah, second layer BTC is a different thing. Like if they're doing like Lightning stuff, that's I'm cool with. But any other coinage, any other kind of shenanigans like that, I'm not cool with. So I think we're on the same page. But just to be fair, just make sure you don't do any kind of poop coin promotion in here because I'll ban your ass. Anyway, let's keep it going. Yeah, Liquid is a second layer, kind of like Lightning. Yep, that makes sense. Cool. All right, so let's talk a little bit before we move on to do the actual buy for today. Let's talk about moving your Bitcoins off of an exchange. Okay, if you're doing it through Swan, or if you're doing it through Coinbase, even I've met somebody who's been buying Bitcoin through Robinhood. I think even Robinhood lets you withdraw. Hard Huddle in the house. What up? Welcome. Round of applause from the live studio audience for Hard Huddle. It's been a while. Good to see you in here. Get real. So if you have any questions, do hit me up through our Discord server. Right now, I'm not. I have some free time, and I'm willing to help you set up your wallets and that kind of stuff. We can do a call, or we can do just over messaging, right? So there's a ton of videos out there already. But if you feel like you can't understand it or don't fully understand the concept, give me a call, or message me through Discord, and I'll walk you through the basic steps, the concepts. But you have to do the actual work yourself, okay? Because it's a good way to do it. But I don't want you to leave your coins on the exchanges, because who knows, at any given point, yeah, Coinbase is in good terms right now with the government and with the ETFs and stuff. But what if all of a sudden these companies that are buying so much Bitcoin and running the ETFs decide that they want to have somebody else custody their Bitcoin, and then now there's no protection for Coinbase, and all of a sudden they get like some kind of lawsuit against them or whatever, or even Swan, or even any other exchange you use to buy your coins with. It doesn't matter. The point is that if any of those institutions that you bought your coin through get in trouble, if your coin is off of their exchange and in your custody, then it doesn't matter. Like, there's peace of mind there, right? So yes, you do log into the website and you see your coins are there, but if you lose access to that website for any reason, good or bad, government involvement or not, fraud or not, hack or not, it doesn't matter. You lose those coins. You don't have access to the keys to that wallet, right? That's why you move your coins off the exchange, put it in your wallet. You have the recovery phrase for it. You have the hardware device for it. you're good to go. You're chilling. You're styling. And you don't have to worry about that. And that's when you can sleep like a baby, right? All right. So let's get into the final segment of the show because it is, let's see, we got $52,000 Bitcoin, and our average buy price for 2024 is $44,000. That means today we're making a $20 purchase during, and that's so now it's time to stack some sats. Let's go. Sometimes poop is the best fertilizer. Nice, nice, very nice. Okay, browser. There it is. All right, today we're gonna buy $20 worth of Bitcoin. Go here, get the preview going. Screenshot. Okay, let's see. Move this down a little bit. There it is. All right, we're gonna cut the music. We're gonna hit this buy button and buy some sats. Here we go. We're buying $20 worth of Bitcoin right now today. It's Tuesday. I bought some yesterday and I bought some on Friday when I was off. So the stack continues. The stack continues. Sometimes poop is the best fertilizer. Okay. Yeah. Ludaping. That's kind of the intent of the show is to kind of help out the new guys navigate through the process of like avoiding altcoins, avoiding. Oh, let's talk about something too that we should be avoiding, guys. This is a really good one. Avoiding what's it called? Like interest on your Bitcoin, right? That's also a scam, guys. Okay. Oh, there we go. Bitcoin went through. We made our purchase. We throw on a chill song and let's talk about avoiding that trap. The trap of the interest on your Bitcoin trap, okay? Or the staking of your Bitcoin. Okay. There's gonna be institutions, especially when once the bull run really goes off, they're gonna be approaching you in different ways to take your coin. Okay. And what they're gonna say to you is, you're holding your Bitcoin in self custody and it's not earning you interest. La 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 la, right? And you're gonna think, well, yeah, they're kind of right. I could be earning interest on my Bitcoin stack. All I gotta do is move it to their website, whatever website happens to be, whatever the latest website happens to be. And in exchange for them holding your Bitcoin for you, they're gonna pay you interest on it, right? It could be maybe even as high as 10% interest, right? It's tempting, right? It's tempting. They'll say, hey, we'll pay you 10% interest on Bitcoin that you hold with us, and yeah, it sounds like a good deal, right? 10% interest. But what's happening is you're pushing your Bitcoin over off of your self custody and into a wallet they control on a website they have access to, but you might not have access to all the time. And so they basically take your coin, and if something were to ever happen to that company, like what's that company? Help me out in the chat. It was a company that used to do that, that went out of business right before FTX. Oh, BlockFi. That's what BlockFi used to do. They used to offer people interest on their Bitcoin. And yeah, it's crazy. Like all the people that were in there thinking they were earning interest, they were kind of earning interest on paper, right? But when BlockFi went out of business, there went all their coins, there went all their initial stash, right? Their actual coins that they deposited in there, and the interest they built, all that shit went away. You know, it's like, oh, And it just happened overnight, right? All of a sudden you couldn't log into it. They're out of business and your coins are stuck there, and there's no way for you to recover those coins off on the Bitcoin network because you don't have the keys to that wallet. And so your coins are lost, your coins are gone. And so don't get tricked into trying to earn interest on your Bitcoin that way. Okay, that's PSA for today. It's another interesting way to try to get your coins from you once the price starts to pump. All right, here we go. Back to the top. We finally made it to 3 million Satoshis in 2024. Let's go. 0.03 Bitcoin in 2024. We're doing pretty good. All right. And then we're going to take this data and port it over to the cumulative sheet over here. Every episode, almost every purchase on this show has been documented with the episode of the show. If you guys enjoyed the show, do me a favor, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're trying to get up to, well, we're almost at 180 subscribers, right? Gee, very nice. All right. What should be the poll hard hodl? I had so much Bitcoin and BlockFi, they sent me merch. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I had a couple of t-shirts, got 4 days before. Oh, dude, you're so lucky. Wow. Yeah. A hard hodl, that was like that's a bullet dodge right there. That's the Matrix stuff right there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't hold any alts. I got rid of all my alts. I went through my alting phase and everything is gone. I'm strictly straight Bitcoin. That's crazy. They're sending you shirts. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, that was a super clutch move. That was a super clutch move. Dang. You might be psychic. You might be psychic and not even know it. All right. So our cumulative stack is 13.8 million Satoshis. There it is. We're 47% up. And just real quick, while we're on the subject, let's talk about the Burrito Index. The Burrito Index is showing that my burrito is now costing me 46.9% less than it was on October 3rd. I'm paying 26,312 Satoshis instead of 49,603 Satoshis. My milk is down 47.37% since October. The bread that I like to buy is down 42.78% since October. And my taco, my carne asada taco is down 23% since just January 23rd. So that's actually pretty good, right? So this is a good chart to always come back to let you kind of grasp the concept that the more you save in Bitcoin, the more sats you have, the cheaper things will get for you in the future. And once you accumulate enough Satoshis, enough Bitcoin, you will be able to choose to work, to choose to what to do with your time, right? Because if before it used to cost me, let's say I was making 50,000 Satoshis an hour as my job, right? And if the cost of my burrito was 50,000 Satoshis, then I would have to work for 1 hour of my life to earn a burrito. Okay? Well, now since the price of my burrito is down to about half that cost, that means I would only have to work half an hour to buy that same burrito in the time when everybody's saying the prices are going up and everything is going up in terms of dollars, inflation. In terms of Bitcoin, we're having deflation, right? It's things are getting cheaper if you're holding the better asset, if you're holding the harder money, if you're holding Bitcoin. Okay, so just that alone should be enough to motivate you to get started, even if you think that you might be late to it. You're not late. Okay, you're not late, and every sat you save, every sat you save is gonna be worth more and more over time. Okay, and yeah, it's wild. It's wild. Okay, that said, that concludes the main section of the show. Let's jump into the Q&A section. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat. Any funny comments, welcome. I don't have any memes prepared for you guys today or anything like that. But I'm just happy to be back. I had a great weekend. I went fishing on Friday with the boys and some good people. I went. What did I do on Saturday? Oh yeah, I had some jiu-jitsu stuff. Like I took the kids to the private lessons, jiu-jitsu private lessons. I call it my private lessons too because I'm watching their private lessons, so I'm learning as well. So it's kind of like I'm getting 3 for 1, no 3 for 2. and then on Sunday I went to a fishing show, like a convention. That was pretty fun. And then yesterday I finally got to do something that I've been plotting to do as like a dad. You know, my favorite part of being a dad is like hanging out with the kids, with my kids, and like when they have an idea to do something, I like to help them get it done or make it possible for them to do it. Right? Even if it could be something silly like building a chair, for example. Right? One of my younger one wanted to build a chair with some wood we had in the garage, so we built a chair. But anyway, on Monday, which was day off, the kids had the day off of school, and so I told my son if he wanted to have his friends over, he could have his friends over. Some of his friends came over. I made them burgers here at the house, and they played a bunch of games. So it was super cool. Like I got to be the dad that's got like the house where the people could come and hang out, and it's nice. It's nice to see. It's nice to see your kids develop friendships with other kids and like be able to provide a comfortable environment for everybody to hang out at. You know, I like to be the house that has like the best food and like the fun stuff, so people can come over to our house and I could kind of keep an eye on my kids' friends, see what kind of people they are. You know, it's it's kind of like I'm almost like I'm curating his friends, but if I don't do it, you know, it's just leaving it up to chance. So what do you guys think about that? Is that weird? Am I sharing too much? Anyway, yeah. So it's a great weekend. Great weekend. What did you guys do? Anything fun? Let me know in the chat. Otherwise, I'm gonna wrap this sucker up. And yeah, cool. All right. If you guys have any questions in the future, you orange pill the kids? Oh, not yet. My kids are orange pilled though. My kids are orange pilled AF for sure. What up, Mr. Android? Welcome to the show. Yeah, my kids know. Yeah, you ask my kids when do you sell your Bitcoin? They say never, and they know what it is. We were doing a lot of stuff with Wallet of Satoshi, like passing SATS back and forth, but it's really, that Wallet of Satoshi getting out of the US really dampened my orange pilling. Orange pill. What? My only hobby is stacking sats. Let's go. McLevin's got the right idea. It's the right idea. My second hobby besides jiu-jitsu is selling stuff to stack sats. What about their parents? Are they orange pilled? Oh, no, Mr. Andrew, that's a good one. I gotta ease into it. Fish Sunday night. Oh, nice. Oh, you did, Leonard? Like on the kayak or on a boat or from shore? That's cool. We're going. If you're local here, we're going to the PCS show, the Pacific Coast Sportsman Show. Is that called? So that'll be in a couple weeks. We're gonna try to get a group together to go to that. If you're into fishing and want to go chill. All right, let's wrap this baby up. Thanks everybody for tuning in today. I hope you guys had a great weekend, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of the show. Let's see. Let's get this music up here. Yeah, the tuning out music. Give their kids those t-shirts for the parents to start. Yeah, exactly. I need to start giving out those shirts, or like just even like when we had access to the wallet of Satoshi, it was easier to like pass sats back and forth between the kids, right? Now we need a wallet that's like, I know it's not custodial, but I need something easy like that to make it a game for the kids to like collect sats, you know? That's what I need. Something like that. Something where you don't need to have a big initial deposit, right? Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys have a great day. But until then, remember, if you ain't stacking, you're slacking.